jump.
The Mac Dad will make you.
Hey, welcome guys. How you doing?
Inside the ant farm.
Number 107.
You got it again. That's Procy Spears. So this is one you brought over actually a while ago in a pick of six. It's a beer company, Cruiser, Berliner style Weiss Ale. Boom.
Smells good. Let's try it.
Close. That makes me want to cruise.
Ooh,
I don't know about you.
it's got a little grape at the end. I like that. It's like a little vino taste. I like that.
Yeah, very Weiss.
So how you doing?
We got wine barrel, maybe.
I'm doing good.
I'm a little tired, but just kind of same old. Connor had his first food today. My son, avocado. He didn't really eat it. He just kind of like
Not Connor McLeod. You didn't want to get that mixed up. Although it might be the same. We don't know. Future, different dimension type thing. But yeah. The Clan Highlander?
You mean Duncan McLeod?
No, Connor, his son. Just like you could be the Duncan. That means.
That's weird that you knew that. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that.
I'm trying to help you out. That's all. Just trying to clarify. But yeah, your son had his first food. It was good.
It was good. He enjoyed it. He was a little weirded out, and I don't think he didn't really know how to eat it, so he just was kind of like this.
He's never done it before.
But then, of course, he's like, "Oh, you gave me this food. You'll give me all the food that you ever touched."
Like, now I get all the food. You're like, hey, chill out.
I'm like, hey, slow your roll there, pal.
That's how Connor sounds, man. He sounds like Joe Montana.
Easy to Texas.
Hey, I need the food.
He sounds like Rumer Willis. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, I'm Rumer Willis.
Hey, Rumer Willis.
I'm a girl.
Hey.
A Rumer Willis impression. One for me.
Yippee-ki-yay.
I'm really tired, but you know, I made a lot of overtime this weekend, but I worked every day.
You might be running the hair off. I think. Pretty close.
I need to get my hair cut. I might actually get it cut tomorrow if I have enough time, or maybe Friday, but we'll see. And then you'll be back in the lead. So, yeah, I got out of work today. Had to go basically just drop Jess off with some food and go to band practice right after that. So, it's nice to have a little break and be able to talk to you guys. So,
you too, Ben in the back there.
I have a ton of stuff, and I think you have a little bit of stuff too. So let's get to it. Let's see what we can do here.
I bet it's all the exact same stuff.
I don't think so. I think I'm just staring at yours and.
So now you go first then, since you have a ton of stuff.
I should pick everything off of yours that I already do, but I'm not going to.
I don't care. Go ahead.
Elder Scrolls. They set a date for the new Elder Scrolls. This is an Elder Scrolls Online. This is following Skyrim. So the Elder Scrolls 6 is set for March of 2016. We're going to have to wait that long to get it.
What do you think this one will be about?
I'll tell you. That's a good question. They are thinking that it's going to have to do with Aragonia, the swamp lands where the lizard people come from.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be more. They're thinking that they're going to post all the preliminary news about it on June 16th at E3.
Oh yeah, they have their own press conferences here. So I mean,
they're
going to talk about Elder Scrolls Online free to play, probably, unless they've already announced it. I don't think they have though.
I think free to play starts before June 16th though, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I think it starts very soon, but
they're going to talk about that, and they're going to talk about new Fallout.
Right, they are.
That's what I'm more excited for at this point. I'm going to burn out on Elder Scrolls in general.
I want it to be Elder Scrolls Online to be free to play so I can play a little bit.
And Argonian, like the Argonians, you remember talking to the Argonians? They're kind of annoying. If you have to go to the land full of them, that might be very annoying.
Yeah, but it's
I am some guy. How?
It's definitely a change of scenery, and that's kind of cool.
It's cold. I will stay right here, cold-blooded.
Like, thanks for no help. But if you're that guy, you
that'd be a good like quest thing. Like I cannot move. It is cold.
But if you're that guy, you can run through all the cold lands of Skyrim. So I mean,
well then, yeah, man,
lame,
super powerful.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do with it. I know that's going to have a lot of cool next gen features, hopefully, and I want to see if they do translate to next gen consoles, what it's going to look like too.
I bet it looks exactly the same as all the other Elder Scrolls.
I think they're going to have even more lush. Like Elder Scrolls Online has a lot of good textures in it.
Yeah, but Elder Scrolls Online though is done by ZeniMax. It's not done by Bethesda. That's why it's a different.
So you think that this is going to be a crappier?
I think it's going to look like Bethesda's engine, which has its own style.
Well, unless they maybe up their game. I think they could up their game in this.
Right, and then the thing about with the Elder Scrolls is that it's usually because of its PC-ness, PC-centricness, has a lot of mods and stuff. Like, there's some people can make their characters and their environments look freaking amazing.
You can make a dragon look like Randy Savage, so yeah.
I have a friend online who does like modding and stuff for that, and like she just made some amazing looking characters. I'm just like, that is not stock at all. You cannot do that regularly in this game.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to see more on June 16th. So
that's a good announcement. I didn't see that one at all.
I have.
So Matt, I want to talk. You know what I want to talk about? I'm going to go right into superhero stuff right now because I want to talk about the Daredevil trailer.
Okay.
I want to talk about this.
I have not seen the villain one yet. I'm a little upset.
So good.
I saw the one before it, the little thing they put out before.
No,
it just showed a little bit of this and
longer
this other one is a longer one. And
yeah.
I was at work. I didn't get to see it.
So
I want to see it.
good.
I'm very excited about it.
I'm so excited right now. And it's on Netflix. It's going to be easy to see. I won't have to go anywhere.
Like, Netflix makes some good shows, you know?
I've watched
I love Orange is the New Black. I like House of Cards. There's a lot of good shows on Netflix.
I kind of want to see the new Tina Fey one, Kim Schmidt.
The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
I do want to see that. I've heard it's really good, too. And Tina Fey is a good.
And House of Cards wasn't as good as last season, but it was still really good.
I haven't seen it yet. Still, I'm still behind.
It's not as good as last season, but it's still really good.
Because we're still doing Parks and Rec. We just gotta see.
It's like pizza, man. When it's bad, it's still good.
I'm ready for it. I'm excited about this new trailer. It's a very Kingpin centric. I've heard
it looks so cool, and like there's just a lot of like little fun Easter eggs too.
Also, this is really the darkest Marvel property, which is good because Marvel doesn't really have dark right now.
Well, basically, what this trailer tries to show you too is how mortal this Daredevil character is. He gets beat up. He's getting beat up throughout the trailer,
which is real. That's real life. He's just a human. I mean,
like and what's the thing too? Like he doesn't have any kind of. He has enhanced senses, and that's it. He doesn't have a mutant healing factor. He doesn't have even tougher skin.
Yeah,
like he just his basic thing is he has to not get hit or he's out. Which is why Iron Man beats the crap out of him a bunch of times in the Superior Iron Man. You haven't picked that book up, by the way. It's good.
Well,
pick it up.
That's because he's superior and has lots of technology. That's kind of mean.
Well, yeah, and he's a complete douchebag
because
he was inverted by Axis, and he hasn't been turned back on his own will. He made sure that he was
even without it, he's kind of a douchebag. But yeah,
Well, that's the thing. Like
douchebag with a heart of gold. Without it.
Well, do you know anything about Superior Iron Man?
I just know that he's a bad guy.
So basically, okay, this isn't really. It's just read the first couple issues. It's not really spoiling anything. But so the Superior Iron Man, basically what happens is Tony Stark. Everyone in the Marvel Universe gets their personalities inverted. So, like, the bad guys are all good guys are all bad guys. Since Tony Stark is kind of, like, snarky, he just becomes the jerk side of snarky. He doesn't really change that much. But, like, you can see the subtle things that are horrible, that, like, the horrible things about him are being exacerbated. So like, he basically makes this app that makes everyone beautiful and sends it out to everyone's phone without them asking for it. Just everyone on a smartphone gets this app. It basically sends nanotechnology to their brain and makes them beautiful and smart. But after the first day of making it free, he then starts charging. He's like, "Oh, well, you want to still be smart and beautiful? You gotta pay for this." And it's like an exorbitantly large amount of money. So people they're paying him for this app, which is giving him tons of money because he sends it out to everyone in San Francisco, or they're like robbing banks so they can afford it, and he's not understanding why. He's like, just be beautiful. He's like, I don't get why you're trying to. He's like, well, we're poor people, we can't afford it. Well, if you can't afford it, then just don't be beautiful. It's like, well, you just gave it to us for free and we were
beautiful for a day. And
so like Daredevil Matt Murdock catches on to this. He's in San Francisco for whatever reason. He's like, oh, I want to get out of Hell's Kitchen. So he's like, you got to stop doing this, Tony. And Tony's like, well, hold on. You can see now. And like, basically like...
I heard about that.
Like, gives him sight. And he's like, well, okay, so you just leave me alone and you can keep your sight. And he's like, no.
He's like, I don't even want this, first of all.
He's like, I've been out without this so long, I don't really care. And it's great that I can see now, but you got to go down, buddy. So, okay, well, instead I will take out a piece of your brain. So because Daredevil keeps trying to fight him, but he's a guy in an armored suit against
a guy with not armored suit,
a blind dude with a bunch of sticks,
a guy with not armored suit,
and so he throws him out the window, like the window of a skyscraper at one point. But then after he's in the hospital, he takes out a piece of his brain, and and basically makes him forget that he's trying to chase Tony Stark down.
It's very nice.
Yeah, so Tony Stark is, because of it, like Tony Stark is a complete, irredeemable, just jackass, and it's a great book because of it. Like, they're not trying to be like, well, maybe if I was he's just having rock star parties. He's drinking all the time, which people keep, like Pepper leaves him because she's like, I can't handle this. You said you never drink, and you're drinking, and you know, he says, well, I just use my my Extremis app, and then I don't have to worry about the hangovers or the addiction and all this stuff. And it's just like I'm just like you read it because you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop, basically, and it's great because of that.
Well,
sorry for the tangent.
We're going to switch over to DC. So there's going to be a new Arrow villain that's been teased, and they labeled him as Damien Dark. Now, there is two theories for this. One sounds more plausible, but the other one sounds crazy and fantastic. There's actually a character, a hive agent named Damien Dark with an H in the middle of it. Which they had spelled it Damien.
Boy, is
Dark.
that dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like some hive agent guy. Doesn't seem that special from what they're talking about. The other theory, though, is that he's actually going to be Damian Wayne, as a bad guy Damian Wayne was, as he is trained by Ra's al Ghul when he's a child. He's kind of bad.
So I just have to deal with like a child murderer?
So he's going to have to a murdering
assassin
dark vigilante type, assassin kid. And so it could be Arrow versus Damian Wayne, maybe.
But Batman would totally get involved in that. That's all I'm saying about that.
I don't know if they can bring
like Ben Affleck's. Hey, it's me, guys. I'm not supposed to be in the TV continuity.
I'm not in this continuity.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I gotta leave.
That is ridiculous that they don't put him in the continuity. I don't.
And then they just insert the animal cracker scene from Armageddon. Don't want to close my eyes. So DC news people actually care about Matt. All new Batman.
We got a couple of things.
I'm new Batman. Have you seen the picture of all new Batman?
Was he like in a robot outfit or something? What's going on with that? Yeah.
So and because I lost the original thing, I don't have all the information. Which I'm sorry, I apologize. But I did see the picture, and he looks like a blue Iron Man kind of.
Yeah, he had like a Mass Effect type almost thing going on.
So they have a couple of theories that right now there's an event going on called Endgame where the Joker who is like kind of uber powerful now. He's done stuff like he chopped off Alfred's hand.
I saw that. That was kind of badass. They messed up.
Yeah. And just done like some weird stuff that's really jerky because he's a Joker. That's what he does. That is his want. And so they think something's going to happen to possibly happen to Bruce Wayne at the end of Endgame, or for some reason he's going to die in an armored suit. Not going to happen. So the Batman they showed is this like armored suit person, or possibly a robot.
He looks skinny too. He looked like a skinnier guy.
Hold on. There's with a really big gun. And this like weird. No. It's a gun in it. It's like a handgun, like a pistol.
Okay, because I was gonna say like maybe it's Alfred in the suit or something.
Well, see what I thought I think that it might be Alfred. But one of the things they were talking about there's a woman hacker lady whose name I can't remember because I wrote it down. But she's like one of the people that they thought was going to be the new Robin for a while, and it obviously he's not because Robin's back in the superpowers. But then there's also Julia Pennyworth, who is the super spy daughter of Alfred Pennyworth. Mm-hmm. The thing is if you look at the suit, it does look like a very feminine taper in the waist.
Thin,
yeah. It reminded me a lot of Metroid, actually.
Oh yeah,
which is what I agree. And then I was like, oh yeah, then that would be perfect. A woman in like an armored suit, and she's kind of like more BA kind of thing,
Do you think Batman might be a woman at this point?
That was the only thing.
They do Batman a lot where they switch Batman for like a couple months and they go like, hey, Bruce Wayne's back. We're just kidding. So,
yeah, the only thing that if they do make like a woman, because they have a Batwoman and have a Batgirl.
Yeah, they already have a bunch of
How does that work?
Females.
Which is why I kind of thought it might be like a robot suit, and it was the one girl who I can't remember. If I remember, I'll post it or something. But who is like controlling because she has like really good text and hacking skills. But it looked interesting. I'm not gonna read it because it's New 52, but it looked interesting.
But I refuse to read it.
What happened?
So I know you have this, and this is actually something I just saw earlier, and I thought was really cool. There's actually, and I'm going to elaborate on it too. So speaking of, we'll keep going with DC. There's a rumor. There's actually two rumors for the
Rumer
new
Willis?
Green Lantern in the Justice League / Solo Green Lantern movie that
it's going to be Digman, huh?
Dig? What?
Diggle from...
yeah. That was actually one of the rumors before.
It was, yeah.
There is another rumor of a Jon Stewart character, and it was something that actually...
He's going to be played by Jon Stewart?
Came from the actor, Common. An actor / rapper. He's like, I would love to be Green Lantern in...
Everyone says that, though.
But I think, like, you know, he's one of those people that people would be interested in. He's a great actor.
He is.
He's actually very underused.
He's got gravitas.
Yeah, he's got a lot of gravitas. I think he'd actually be really good. I like Dig. I don't think he'd be a good Jon Stewart.
I think he would make him the TV Jon Stewart since they have this two continuities.
Oh, sorry. And then the other one, of course, if they're going more of a Hal Jordan, they were talking about Chris Pine, who, as you know, is Captain Kirk in the new reboot of Star Trek.
Because that way Green Lantern could be their Spider-Man.
I'm Green Lantern.
2 years.
I'm Green Lantern Kirk.
Green Kirk Lantern.
I mean everything, I guess.
Okay, vote one for Miguel and one for
It's like, why don't they pick Chris Pratt? He's in everything anyway.
I'm just saying.
He might be in the new male Ghostbusters that they're doing. Oh, I shouldn't have said that because that's a different topic. But
you might as well, because they're all going to be in the same continuity. Yeah. There's going to be all male and all female Ghostbusters. Maybe they'll get it on, huh?
Well, Sony is doing a male-driven Ghostbusters piece, while Paul Feig's doing the female-driven Ghostbusters piece. Why do we need this much Ghostbusters?
Because people have cared about Ghostbusters in the past 25 years.
Who was asking for this?
Daniel Buckley is asking for this, aren't you, Daniel Buckley? We know you're watching.
And I'm sure they have 3 white guys and a black guy in the... I'm like, you guys... There can't be a Puerto Rican Ghostbuster? Come on, man!
Yeah, there's never like an Asian Ghostbuster either, you know what I'm saying?
Just 3 white guys and a black guy, or...
And they have 2 very similar white guys cast right now, and you're just like, Channing Tatum and then Chris Pratt. You're like, okay.
Well,
they're like geek one up or something?
I just don't like that they're both pretty white guys. It's like, I'm pretty. Yeah. I'm pretty too. I'm like funny or pretty.
Let's make out. Like, that'd be cool if they were like gay Ghostbusters. Just like making out.
I ain't afraid to no ghosts.
But I'm afraid of the closet. Oh.
Hopefully, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about it until I hear more about it, I guess. But
did you see Supergirl's outfit, by the way?
I did. That was really cool. It was nice.
And it's classy. Yeah, but the only thing I don't like about it is they're still going with that skirt. She flies. She's a flying hero. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just
selfie stick this.
Like, well, there's tights now. Like, yeah, but it's still kind of crude, you know. Like this, it doesn't make sense. That's
and she has a skirt. Like, okay, you want something that flutters, I guess, in the breeze. She already has a cape. You don't need both. There's just too much going on. Why don't you give her flowy sleeves so they can flap?
I'm not saying it's not a hot costume. I'm just saying, you know, that's just it feels like it's not practical.
It looked nice. A cape.
Yeah, she definitely looked like a superhero in the outfit. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I'm.
That's all I'll talk about.
Hopeful now with that. Speaking of Sony, a Sony exec earlier this week released a picture. What people are thinking is the first picture from the Masters of the Universe, the He-Man live-action movie that's coming out, and it's a picture of Battle Cat, which is He-Man rides a giant tiger type
sword and shield, flexing off the battlefield.
It looked amazing. I was like, I'd definitely see that.
Did you feel like a 5-year-old boy?
I'd watch that.
Did you feel like the rubber band was going to burst and you have to get a new rubber band?
I was like, that right there. That.
The rubber band is going to burst.
That's what I wanted my Battle Cat to look like. I'm with it. All right. Show me Ram Man now.
I feel like those rubber bands were
Show me Fake-Core. Where's Fake-Core?
Those rubber bands were made of the worst rubber ever. Like, this was made to just snap.
And then you had to spend hours trying to put another rubber band back in there to fix it.
2 halves of He-Man.
Trying to put the thing back in there to fix it. Like, can't get this thing in here.
Or the battle band.
Or you finally get in there and then, like, he'd just be, like, kind of loose in the middle.
I'm He-Man.
But the picture was really cool looking. I really was impressed by it, and it looked like it was a finished picture. So hopefully we're going to see more stuff from that very soon.
So, man, I know you're a fan of this, and I'm a huge fan of this. Dreamfall Chapters. Chapter 2 comes out tomorrow. It was supposed to come out on Tuesday, but they had to postpone it.
Really?
This is what I really like about those guys over at Gaming. It's not Red Thread. No, it is Red Thread. It's Red Thread. Red Thread Gaming. They'll postpone stuff if they know it's not going to... If they won't put out glitchy stuff. EA, take a lesson from this, okay? You know, you guys are always putting out crap, day 1 patches and stuff. This is what you do. You say, hey guys, we love you. Just wait 2 days. We got this. And then they get it done. I'm excited.
Well, there's another...
I think Tales from the Borderland might have come out, or it does come out soon.
Very soon. I just saw that too. And then, of course, Life is Strange comes out either next week or the week after.
Yeah.
And
that was also postponed.
But another postponed thing is Uncharted just got postponed.
What?
It is postponed to the summer or to the spring of 2016, and they said because and this is not the first time Naughty Dog's done this. They did it with Last of Us actually, and I want to say they did it with Uncharted 2.
It's for the multiplayer, isn't it?
I hope.
Shove it in there.
Just jam this in here. You don't want it. You don't want it. I don't want that.
Although, to be honest, although I didn't play a lot of it, Last of Us multiplayer was fun.
I heard it was pretty fun. I played it a few times actually. I was alright with it. I
actually, for some reason,
it's
wasn't
too much
horrible.
pressure for me.
I wasn't horrible at it. Well, because like it feels more visceral. It feels like things matter a lot more than like if you're just playing like Call of Duty, you run out and some guy kills you, like I just get killed.
Plus, yeah, you just get killed. Like in this one, you just
and then you
horribly,
respawn. It's like
you get horribly beaten to death usually. Like you turn around, like no, I'm getting killed.
Well, yeah, like this one guy. I remember when
emotionally spent.
One of the only time I remember playing this one guy, like because you can use like the Joel sense where you can like kind of see stuff a little bit, but it's like it has a cost. It's very limited.
Yeah.
And just randomly, I was going around this corner. I was like, "Let me just check." And there was a dude right there. And I was just around the corner, like, ah! It's like, and like I had like I had a gun.
You would do if we were actually in that.
It had like 5 bullets, and I'm just like, "Get him in the head! Get him!" And I get him in the head. I'm like, "Yes!"
And then somebody murdered you immediately.
My team won that game, and I didn't get killed, which was the only time it's ever happened in a game.
Actually, no, I was actually not too bad. Like, I didn't get killed as much as I usually do in games. As you know, I'm pretty good at being
the third person. I think lent to that a little bit too,
Yeah.
just because like I think the isometric feel for me was a little different, or not isometric, but the third person behind camera was a little different than that first person.
I was really good at using.
I am looking through a
I was really good at using my sense too, like so I could sense. Oh, there's a guy right there. Oh, I didn't do that. He can probably sense me, but that's okay. You know, now at least we know where we are.
Well, that was the best part too, because you know that guy was sensing you, because he would also be just hiding there, and you're like, who is going to do this?
And then like your name or something.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
Damn
like.
it!
What can I? Oh, I'll just take these nails. I'll take this nails, cannon, and gunpowder, and there you go. Have one of those. Happy birthday.
But yeah, so Uncharted got pushed back to spring, but they said it's because they want to make it the best game they can. And from just looking at the things they've showed me already, I'm alright with that. Make it the perfect game.
Are you sure it's not just because they had to write the entire script over again?
Make it the perfect game for me. I want to see this. Because this looks great so far. It looks fantastic so far. Make it perfect.
I hope, unlike the special edition, they have like what the first story was supposed to be about.
Well, I like too that it's not on rails as much as it was in the last three Uncharted games. It's basically like it looks open world with really rails. This is supposedly open world. It's supposedly like, or at least the best open world they can do with still driving you into the story you need to go to. So you're not just like, I have to climb up this thing, and then I have to do this, and then I have to get this guy down so I can go to this thing. There's like more ways to get around to something than that, you know?
So you can just go get a latte if you want, instead of like, I don't need to find
my brother, Sully, can you go help him?
I like gave up fighting Elena.
Okay? Nate, I don't like this guy.
Like, if you have this chick to go home to,
Nate, your brother's a jerk. I know. I gotta help him anyway. What do you got? What do you got?
The last thing I have, Matt.
I got two more things.
Project Morpheus games.
Maybe I'll skip that.
They may be announcing at E3 for Project Morpheus.
Okay.
Project Morpheus, if you don't know, is the VR headset that Sony had. IGN got to try it out. They said it was it's one of their favorite ones there at the show, which is exciting because it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive headset.
Okay, I'm ready for it. Let's do this.
What kind of games would you want to play?
I would definitely love to play like a Mass Effect type game. I think would be really cool.
That would be fun. Any kind of space game would be really cool.
Space game, space fantasy type game, or like something with a sword. Something with a sword, you know, like a Shadows of Mordor type game or something. I would dig that.
What about like a Lego game, like where you were a Lego character?
I think that'd be fun, like a Lego game. Yeah, definitely. Like you run at the bricks, smash.
Now, would you get one for you and one for your son, and you could both play together?
No, he wouldn't get to play.
It'd be like $300.
We play Minecraft together. We're now in the Minecraft game.
Yeah. I'm in the game. Look how blocky
I'm Steve. I'm Steve.
My arms are so blocky. Wow.
Every time we play, Aiden has to be the main, like the regular dude. That's like his guy. It's like, I'm Steve. I gotta pick Steve. Like if he's not Steve, he has to go back and switch his skin to be Steve. It's weird.
Switch his skin. Just rips it off.
Or you can like be like a Dovahkiin if you have the. I have the Skyrim pack, so.
I wouldn't do that.
I have
anything besides Dovahkiin.
a couple very important things to go to. 2 TV shows.
Can you Fus Roda? Okay, sorry, I have to derail you for a second. Can you Fus Roda as Dovahkiin?
Yes, you can, and it plays when you have the Skyrim pack. It plays the Skyrim music, which is kind of cool.
I'm in love with this already.
It plays.
I'm gonna get you Minecraft on that.
It plays the Skyrim music, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That actually, like, I like the Minecraft music's very soothing, but that music is just, you're like,
yes, I'm gonna go fight.
There's stuff to fight. There's stuff to fight. No, you can fight a pig, but there's a Slenderman guy called the Enderman, which is not cool.
The Enderman?
Not cool. Not cool.
You can't fight him?
No, you can, but you don't want to. He's like Slenderman. Like, you turn around and he disappears, and then you turn back and he's in back, and you're like, nah!
Can you knife him?
Yeah, but if he gets really close to you, but you really have to kill him very quickly or he murders you.
Can you make like a machine gun?
You can make a gun, but you have to like know what you're doing. I have a cool sword, luckily. I have a diamond sword, so I can...
Diamond sword?
Diamond swords are cool.
Diamonds and pearls.
Okay, so Community comes back 17th, so that's coming up right away.
On St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day.
We're gonna be drunk. We should have like a watching party.
I don't think I'm working that day, so maybe we will.
It could be fun.
We do.
I'm just saying.
But so
it's
Community...
Wednesday. No, Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
It's a Tuesday, I think. So it's March 17th, but also Hannibal Season 3 has a date. It's going to be June 4th.
And Hannibal's got a sweet motorcycle, by the way.
And he's going to be eating people deliciously.
Like, oh, your leg. Delicious.
Your leg is delicious. I will eat it.
Yeah, your impression was better. I wasn't trying to do it.
With Grandma, I will eat your leg now. Sure, stop eating people. But this is the cool thing. This is the
I drink your milkshake.
This is the cherry on top. This is
the blood.
This is what I was trying to tell you about earlier.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
So 2 of our favorite big damn heroes are putting together an Indiegogo for a show that they want to do, and Alan Tudyk is in charge of this. With Nate Fillon is gonna be one of the people on the show.
Who are those guys?
Can you say his last name again, please?
Nate Fillon. That's what I said.
No, the other one.
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk.
It's Tudyk.
Oh, it's Tudyk. See, it's not a bad word. I don't have to censor it. Tudyk.
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 Not one dick.
2 dicks.
Now I have to censor it.
Boo!
So,
Alan Tudyk, like I said.
And you can drink, guys. Drink, drunk. Jamie's talking.
So,
you should just be on the podcast.
He's doing a show called Con Man, which is a show, basically
I read something.
It's about these 2 guys that were on like a Firefly type show. One guy makes it big, and the other guy is just kind of running the Comic-Con type circuits. The con is for convention.
So it's basically
the story of their lives. Yeah, it really is, because Nate is playing the famous guy, and yeah. So it was actually really interesting that they're doing.
I want to fund that right now.
So the funding that they wanted was $500,000, and at 5 o'clock, I actually put $575,000, but it was even higher than that. It was over $600,000 when I left. When I left work, and they have 30 days left to fund this, so this thing could be like $10 million
Con Man,
when they're done. And so they already have like a couple stretch goals for it, and like you can be an executive producer in it, and you get signed stuff from them. And the signed stuff they're doing is like headshots from their character, because they were in the show called Spectrum together, and it'll be signed by the character name. So it'll be Alan Tudyk signing as Ray, whatever his name was or something.
Ray, whatever his name was.
It's W-R-A-Y was his guy's first name. So it'll be signed by him, or if you pay like $200. I think the one I might do, there's like a $50 one, but there's a $60 one to get a T-shirt with. You need 100 or more.
Do you get like a copy of the movie or show?
It's a show. It's gonna be a show. And I think 50 or over, you get like digital streaming to the show or something like that.
Like a beta.
Yeah, and they're talking about already doing a DVD or Blu-ray of some of it, but I guess they hadn't. They, for some reason, because Alan is the one doing this. It's not like somebody else doing it through them.
As well, yeah.
He's actually the guy doing the Indiegogo. I think that's why it's doing so well.
Well, that makes sense too, because it's not like, that way it's not like, oh, well, if he gets this much money, the studio funds it. That's always crap. Because it just means the studio could have funded, but they're lazy and they want to see if there's...
Like, it's actually Alan Tudyk
legs,
and Nate. Nate's not the guy doing it. He's in it, but he's like, obviously, he's a producer and he's with his friend. So, but he's the guy who's doing the Indiegogo. So it's kind of cool. And it's already met its goal. It's probably going to 10 times its goal.
I think this
At this
is
point.
probably the only piece of relevant news you've ever had. So I'm glad you said
And that's why I wanted to end with. I thought it was pretty awesome when I saw it. I was like, I definitely want to fund this.
I wish we had a mic you could drop. Here, if you want, you can drop this.
There's a lot of hair in that. That was not good TV. But this was good TV, guys, and thanks for coming.
It's not TV either, but stay classy.
Close enough.
Finn.
Fang.
Boom. Bye, everybody. I need like a stick to reach over and poke this.
You should.